Hi first graders, let's get started on our social studies for today. Okay, so you can see me down here, and on my hover cam you can see our Studies Weekly magazine for this week. Okay, we need the one that says week 3 at the top, and you'll see these people here fist bumping on the front, and it says democratic principles, and those are some big words. So why don't you make sure you have the right Studies Weekly magazine, week 3. Pause me if you need to. Otherwise, I'll start discussing what this fancy word, democratic principles, means. Okay, let's get reading. Usually when we have a big headline, we may or may not know what that headline means. So it's helpful to keep reading if we need to know more information. It says, Americans come from many places. We have many customs and traditions. Our country is united around the ideas of fairness, equality, and the common good. So fairness means we're being fair to everyone. Equality means that everyone is equal no matter what. And the common good is that we're basically all just looking for peace and living happily, the common good. Okay, and sometimes that might mean giving up some things that we want in order to have that. We're going to read more about that now. All right, if I open it up, we have a lot of little subheadings here. So here we have that fancy term again, principles of democracy. So democratic principles and principles of democracy mean the same thing. So it's the different parts of democracy. This is the kind of government that we have in the United States. Okay, it's called a democracy. All right, let's see here. First one says fairness. We talked about this on the front page. We're going to read more about it now. Fairness means everyone has what they need to succeed. Fairness is being kind and respectful. Rules and laws help keep things fair for everyone. So I immediately kind of think about school, right? Just like in school, we need to be kind and respectful, and we have rules to keep things fair for everyone in school. It's the same thing in the United States, in America. All right, now we have that word equality. Equality means being kind to and fair to everyone. There's the key word there. Everyone. No matter if they look like him or her or him or her. Doesn't matter if it's a grown-up or a kid. We are fair to everyone. Equality means that we want all people to be successful. Okay. And here's the common good. In communities, remember community is somewhere where people live together. We should think about what is best for others. Remember I said it might mean you give up something you want because you're trying to do what is best for others. What is best for everyone is the common good. Okay, so that's the common good. So fairness means that we are being kind and respectful so that everyone has what they need to succeed. Equality means that we are kind and fair to everyone and we want everyone to be successful. And the common good means that we're doing what's best for others and for everyone. Now, all of those things sound super great, but that doesn't mean that they're always happening. Okay? Sometimes in democracy we have something called conflict. And this isn't just in democracy, this could be in life too. Conflict is a fancy word for a problem. Okay? Conflict can happen when people don't agree on something. I bet that's happened in your life before, right? Where you and somebody else do not agree. Maybe you want one thing and they want another thing. Conflict can happen at home, at school, or in the community. Okay? It could happen between two people. It could happen between two groups of people. The important thing about conflict is it's okay to have it, but we want to make sure we can come up with a resolution. Okay? That means we're solving our problem. Okay? So conflict resolution. Let's see what we can learn about that. When conflicts happen, there are steps we can take to solve the problem. Ah, cool. It's good to know. Number 1, what is the problem? What happened? So first ask yourself, okay, maybe I feel really upset right now, but what is actually the problem here? What happened that made me and maybe another person so upset? Number 2 says, why did it happen? Okay, so I know what the problem is, but why did this happen? Could I have done something differently? Let's see. Number 3, what can I do about it? Can I do something about it? If you can, then do it. If you can't, then you should maybe ask for help. Okay? Or if it's something that we can't control, sometimes we just have to let ourselves calm back down and forget about it. Okay? So we think, what is the problem? What happened? Why did it happen? What can I do about it? This is a good thing to think about before you go and ask for help. Because if you can solve it by yourself before you need to even ask for help, then you don't have to ask for any help. You don't have to get anybody else involved. So you can think about those things maybe the next time you and your brother or sister or you and somebody else don't agree on something. Now we have more fancy words, first graders. Look at these big words. Compromise. Can you say that word? Compromise and consensus. Can you say consensus? Good job. Compromise means giving up what you want so that everyone can agree. Oh, so maybe there was one piece of cheese pizza left and you really, really wanted it, but somebody else wanted it too. And you have a conflict here. Well, sometimes somebody has to be the one to say, all right, fine, you can have it. That's compromise. You're giving up what you want so that somebody else can be happy or agree. And then a consensus is when everybody agrees to do the same thing. So maybe 2 people or a group of people decide they've talked it all through and they come up with one way that everyone agrees on. Okay. All right, first graders. So your activity today. On the back of your magazine says problem solving. It says draw a picture of you solving a problem. Okay, and you can take a picture of your picture if you'd like and show me on Seesaw. On your Seesaw activity, you will also be telling me 2 things. You'll tell me one way to solve conflict and the other thing you will share with me is why is it important to show fairness to everyone? Okay, so 2 things you can think about before you head back to Seesaw. Thank you for reading with me today, first graders. Go ahead and show me what you've learned on Seesaw, and I will see you soon.